So the same message for everyone won't always suffice. It feels like that now. It feels like a lot of energy, all pointed towards the same goal, but all kind of doing their own thing, working through their own challenges. So with that being said, know that whatever you come here for, the same message today, for everyone. Whether it is clarity, guidance, answers, entertainment. I got you on the entertainment, at least I'm gonna try. Whatever you are coming here for today, I know this for sure, 100%. Spirit will get its message through to you, always. So just know that, hold that in your intention that you receive whatever message you need to receive. Oh, I'm dropping cards. Or cards are jumping out. I'm gonna count this one as a jumper if I can get it off the floor. And we're going to go ahead and take just a couple of moments to let everyone ground. I'm going to ask everyone to ground yourself in whatever way feels comfortable for you. Deep breath is one of the easiest ways. Bring all of your focus and your attention to this present moment. Set your intentions for what you are personally wanting to receive. Thank you, Stacy. Ask your questions to Spirit, Source, whoever you're seeking guidance from. When you feel as if all of your asks are out there, stop asking and get ready to receive. Can't ask and receive at the same time. Pick one. Okay. Trying to see what I put over there. Okay, I am pulling from a new to me deck. This is the second time I've pulled from this deck in a group setting. The first time being yesterday. So I'm saying that to say I'm not very familiar with this deck, but I am very familiar with the Tarot. So we'll see what unique and exciting new messages come through from using this deck. This deck has been suggested from one of our own. Y'all have been asking me to get a Dragon Tarot forever. Y'all can thank Rowan for this one. She was pulling cards from this for me, and I loved it so much. Tarot of the Dragons. All right. The first one that already jumped out, so we're going to hold that one there. We're going to see if that one ends up being a signifier or part of the main play here. But let me go ahead and start pulling cards for you all to continue to get settled in. Magical Monday manifestations. I didn't give my whole opening spiel. We come together every Monday to get guidance and direction from the divine so that we can be manifestors of our life and not just fall through life reacting to whatever life serves up to us. We came here to be creator. We are, for those of y'all that read the Bible, I speak Bible. Might not be religious per se, but I speak Bible. Created in the image of her. Remember that line? So if she's a creator, that means we're creators. So we all get to create our life the way we want it. Maybe not with all the superpowers that Goddess has, but still with enough powers in our human form that we can literally create life the way we want to. So we come together on Mondays to get some information on how we can create our lives to be more of what we want. And I pull from the Tarot first, and then we move on to pull from Oracle cards. So I have my cards from the Tarot now pulled as I was talking and pulling cards at the same time. That one card that jumped out of the deck, I'm setting that over to the side. That's like our bonus little signifier card. Oh, I definitely see a bit of a theme right now. We're working with Pentacles and Cups today. Pentacles, earth energy, grounded manifestations. What is in our world that we can see, touch, taste, look at, all of those things. What is physically grounded to this earth? And then Cups is the other suit that looks like it is prominent in our pool today. Cups is about our emotions and our intuition. Water, related to water. First up, Page of Cups. Oh, I think this background is going to mess me up with the cards. Just look, it's like y'all can see through the card. I could poke my finger through it. Maybe I need to take my background off. I will do that because I do not want to struggle for the next for the next, whatchamacallit, hour. We're together for an hour. Look at that green screen. Now it looks ridiculous with no background on it. Let me just move it. There, that's better. Okay, that's not better, y'all. I look all kind of, I was about to use a word, but I figured it might not be a good word to use. It's okay, it's fine. Y'all gonna get the message. All right, Page of Cups. Page of Cups. Pages are the youngest one in the quarter. It usually signifies some sort of innocence as they begin on a new journey or begin using new skills or whatever. It's fresh, it's new, it's young blood. Page of Cups. Let's see what that's about. Page. From this one, I could tell you from ours. You know what? I think I pulled this card yesterday, so I can't give you a pretty good idea of it. But Page of Cups in general, like I said, new, fresh beginnings, but I feel like it's not related to our emotions. For some of it, maybe it's related to our emotions. Some of you are processing emotions, and this is taking a new look at how to process those emotions. But for most of us, it's talking about our intuition. It's how we are stepping into more of our intuitive powers or learning to let our lives be led more by intuition. That is a young dragon. It's kind of hard to see what's going on in this picture because it's the dragon looking into a pool of water. So there's like a double reflection. There's the cup over there, double reflected. There's a bird, an egret with a fish in its talon that just swooped that fish out of the cup. And then this dragon is kind of playing in the water. See, he dipped his little talon into the water and made all those ripples. You see, he's looking at his own reflection. So Page of Cups. This Page of Cups is, I'm not reading you the whole thing. A dreamer, playfully imaginative to the point of distraction. I gave this message the other way yesterday, and people were like, what do you mean by that? So this is saying, be playful, be curious, but don't be so distracted that you don't know what else is going on around you. That this bird has now taken the fish and is on his way away because you were so busy playing in the pool of water, looking at your reflection. It's okay to allow yourself to be distracted to a point. When you are distracted in positive energy, when you're feeling imaginative, creative, curious, that's all good. But just try to stay, this is where the contradiction comes in. Try to still stay aware, even though you're playful and curious and not really paying attention. Let's see. Creative possibilities radiate like ripples on a lake. In the still waters of reflection, emotional powers stir, dreams take form, and self-discoveries await. Your intuition is strong, but if signals seem muddled, step back and look for natural patterns. You know, as I feel into this card more, I don't feel like Spirit is saying don't get distracted. I feel like Spirit is saying you need a little bit of distraction from this world. You need to fall back into your intuition. So scratch what I said earlier, because Spirit is correcting me right now in my ear. Spirit's like, that's not what I said. Will you please say what I said to these people? So let me say what Spirit said. Curious, imaginative, that let me see how this works, or let me try to figure this out as you look into the pool and you're so distracted that you don't see what's going on around you. Spirit is saying yes for a little bit, because I need you to pay more attention to your intuition than you're paying to the world around you, than you're paying to the physically manifested world. I need you to lean more into your gifts, be led more by your heart. So the first message, scratch that. It is about being distracted. It is about being distracted to the point that you can let go of the physical world and tune and tap into your real power, which is your intuition, being divinely guided. Second part, let's see. What's the name of the deck again? Tarot of the Dragons. Okay. Jacqueline, I'm gonna have to teach you. Hold on. There. That's better. It's pinning. When you do on the drop down, you have to pin somebody. All right, the next card is Seven of Pentacles. So we go right from, step away from what you've already manifested in this world, tune back into yourself, get back in touch with your intuition. And then we go straight to Seven of Pentacles. And Seven of Pentacles is that card of waiting for something to be ready. I've done the work. I'm going to sit here and rest for a bit while I wait for the fruit on this tree to be ready. Let's see what the book says about this. So I feel like many of you have done, oh, this message is coming through. This might be specific to somebody. Somebody has planted the seeds, has done all of the work that they can conceivably think of, that they feel like they're really tuned in and listening to Spirit, and they did everything the Spirit said. And metaphorically, they've planted the seeds, they've done the work, they watered it, they've weeded. Metaphorically speaking, some of y'all are looking at the ground and stomping on it and saying, where is my reward? Where is my fruit? Where is my tree? Where is my flower that I planted? I planted it, I worked, it's about damn time. And Spirit is saying, I'm still working. Just rest for a little bit while it gets ready. So it's not that you have done anything wrong. Don't start criticizing yourself, thinking you missed a step or you did something wrong, you weren't listening to Spirit. It's just a matter of Spirit is moving mountains on your behalf. Maybe you asked for something big, or maybe you asked for a directional change in your life. Moving mountains takes a little bit more time than producing a free cup of coffee. I know, because Spirit has given me free cup of coffees before. So give Spirit time to move the mountain. 7 of Pentacles. Here it says, let's see if there's any additional messages from the text. Let's see. A youthful dragon coils around a tree laden with pinnacles. It's his tree. When he was a little dragon, a little grizzly club, he plunged his talons into the soil and planted a seed in the gentle earth. He tended it with care and patience and watched it grow. In time, there were blossoms, and then the blossom turned to fruit. They are not quite ready to harvest, but the dragon has waited this long. He can and will wait a little longer. So there's your message right there. If you're expecting your labors to provide instant gratification, you could be sorely disappointed. Be patient, catch your breath. It's a privilege to look back, to mark your progress and marvel at all you've accomplished. Hard work and diligence pay off in their season. Fruit that ripens on the tree is always sweeter than that when it is picked green and left in the window ledge to turn. Don't rush things. Let nature take her course. Harvest time is near, and with it come just rewards. I may have paused a little bit too much as I was finding my way through that text. It's saying, like, you know how you can, sometimes you'll take a pear off the tree and it's not quite ready. It's still a little bit too green, and you sit it in the windowsill to finish ripening up, and then you eat it. It's still ripe, but it would taste so much better if you let nature do its job. If you let it just ripen on that tree until it was ready to fall into your palm, and then you eat it, then it's real, real sweet. So again, that's about stepping back and let Spirit do its work. Because when you try to step in and rush things along just a little bit, yeah, you're still going to have a juicy pear to eat, but it's not going to be as sweet. It's not going to be as rewarding, as desirable than if you had let Spirit do what Spirit does and just let it naturally progress. Don't give up. 7 of Pentacles. Take your rest. Enjoy what you have accomplished. Looking back on how far you've come. Next up, 5 of Cups. 5 of Cups. Look at this dragon. 3 cups are spilling into this cavern, abyss, I don't know, cliff, and 2 cups are right there. But he's looking at the 3 cups that have spilled. 5s represent challenges and opportunities. This is, to me, this is Spirit saying, I'm trying to give you blessings. Please stop looking at what you have lost. You didn't really lose it. I just removed the things that you didn't need anymore. You don't need those cups that are empty, cups that are spilling over. You don't need those. I let them spill for a reason. Can you please pay attention to the cups that are full behind you? 5 of Cups. Let's see if the book has any additional meaning for that. Any phrases that are going to click like a key in your brain and be like, oh, finally, I get it. I love when that happens. When I hear the same message 100 times in cliche form, and then somebody will come in, one of my friends usually, and say that, but they say it in their own words, and I'm like, oh, I finally get it. That's why we go to different tarot decks. That's why we read from different books, because it can be the same 5 of Cups, but just somebody else's perspective on it can give you the clarity that you need. Let's see. Let's see. Never has there been such a melancholy dragon. On the other side of the ravine, 3 cups have been overturned, spilling into the river, their few drops lost among the many carried away to the lands unknown. But all is not lost. 2 cups upright and full remain on the stone shelf above her. All relationships end, all life turns to dust. Knowing this keeps the heart neither safe nor invulnerable. Absence carves a chasm of isolation and despair. Sorrow pours in where once there was joy. Failure and guilt threaten to take hold. Every molehill mistake feels mountain high. Every impatient word an internal regret. This is the landscape of grief. Be it friendship or a great love, honor your loss. Respect the act of mourning. Remember that even the most profound sorrow has its purpose. Let it go deep, flow through you, and heal. Forgive others, forgive yourself. New possibilities await. That's these cups over here. New possibilities await when you're ready. Source is never going to leave you just in this dark space, grieving forever, thinking about your loss forever. But if that's where you are, take your time to heal, but don't think that all is lost. All is never lost. All is never lost. There was always more being ready to be gifted to you, to be more suited to wherever you are. Whatever is lost that has moved on out of your life, there's always more. All is never lost. But take your time to feel through your emotions. Take your time to grieve, just not too long. Crying over spilt milk is a phrase that comes to mind. Go ahead and be sad that you spilled the milk, clean up your mess, but you got a whole carton in the refrigerator. The Chariot. Now that's a badass chariot. Look at those dragons. Look at that light. Chariots are not usually depicted with such a bright light in the background. I wonder what that's about. The umbrella, I'm sure there's not the correct term for it, but you can see the stars in the galaxy above. That's a similar depiction to the Rider-Waite Tarot. Anyway, the Chariot is about moving forward. The Chariot is also about opposing forces, white and black. Even when things don't seem to be working together, or you have 2 things that seem to be in opposition to each other, with source helping you, you can still make things work. The Chariot. You know why you can still make things work? Not because you're meant to struggle to make a square peg go into a round hole. It's not that kind of struggle. It's not about, let me struggle to get these 2 opposite forces working the way I need them to. Willpower is indicated by the Chariot. Willpower to keep moving forward. But it's also about, if I can't figure out how to get this round peg in the square hole, that's not my job. My job is to hold the goal, to keep moving forward. Spirit will give me the answer. Spirit will make it fit. So this is more, again, about trusting spirit that it's all going to work out. Even when you can't see it from your human perspective, the divine is like, bitch, I had that figured out 10 days ago. All I need you to do is do what I said. The Chariot. Let's see if there's any additional information in here. Let's see. This is called the Yellow Lord. I cannot pronounce, maybe I can. Wang Di. I may have said that incorrectly. The Yellow Lord. That is who the charioteer is. Let's see. Let mastery of self guide you through the world. Mastery of self. Move steadily forward. Face your problems. Use your head. You might feel wildly self-confident and perhaps rightly so. Temper boldness with intellect and integrity. Be respectful of greater power. You are but human after all. I like that. And as days unfold and the unexpected crops up, give the dragons their heads. Trust their balance and wisdom. They will take you where you need to go and show you talents you never knew you had. You will taste triumph in the air. Ooh, I really like that one. So far, every time I've gone to the book to read what this artist thinks about the tarot, I have loved it. I have loved it. Found a new little way of wording or thinking about certain things. Somebody's saying, stay in gratitude, manifestation one-on-one. Be thankful for what you are yet to receive. Yes, and stay forward. Stay forward facing. I love that. Okay. Let's see. Last card. No, not last card, because we had that bonus card. 10 of Pentacles. What is your reward after listening to all of this? 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles. 10s are completions. 10s are success. Pentacles, again, is about whatever you have manifested in this world. We see here, this dragon has also manifested generational prosperity, wealth, value for the little ones in his family. So this is about you being in a position to not only take care of yourself, but to also sustain your lineage, to also take care of others, bless others, being in that state of abundance where everything of yours is taken care of and you're overflowing to take care of others. Let's see if there's any additional information. This is the ultimate dragon family portrait, abounding in treasure and deep affection. Family falls under the auspicious boon of the 10 Pentacles because family is in the Pentacles suit, because Pentacles represent anything you value. We often think it only represents money, commerce, careers, but it's anything you value. So of course your family is represented in this. Blood and tradition, loving support, and material goods all are part of the treasure trove. Long-term plans are bearing fruit as glimmers in the future stretch out before you. The good done today is left as inheritance for generations to come. There is comfort in this. For the younger questioner, for the younger querent, you are the embodiment of this legacy. Value your elders and their wisdom. A long life is a library full of experience well worth the treading. A lot of messages in there. I feel like a lot of messages for a lot of different people. Do you have someone in your life, an elder, doesn't have to be someone you're related to, who has just lived a very long, very colorful life, and you don't spend enough time talking to them? There's a lot of wisdom in what they might have to share. Of course, making sure they're of the light. But here we go. 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles is pointing towards what we're all moving towards, being able to accept, call in, receive all of the abundance that we want, the abundance that is our birthright. If you think you came here to work your way to abundance, incorrect. You came here to learn how to accept what your natural birthright is, to get yourself to a natural state of being abundant, because that's how we were created. There's no working your way to it. There's just releasing whatever is blocking you from it. That's the job. What is blocking you from it? Because it's never not been yours. And it's never been something that you had to earn. It was yours already. Last card is the one that fell over here on the side that jumped out of the deck, and it is the 10 of Wands. What are you carrying that is weighing you down so much that you can't fly freely in the sky with your friends? This person is carrying what looks like a burden, but this is actually all of the things that they have picked up along their life, all of their skills, all of their passions. And yeah, it's a lot right now, but this person is on a journey. When they get to where they're going, they will let it down. And they're okay with seeing their friends fly in the sky for now, because they've got work to do. It's not really a burden here. This is the message that's coming through. 10 of Wands usually represents that you're carrying too much. But right now, what I'm feeling is you're carrying what you need to carry, but it's feeling like a lot. And you're looking out and you're looking at other people doing what you want to do, and you're feeling down on yourself. Spirit is like, don't do that. That's not what we're doing. Don't do that. Spirit said, ask for help with your load so you can hurry up and get to town and put this down, and then you could be flying like everybody else. Right now, you have work to do. And it's okay to have work to do. And if it feels like it's too much, and if you're getting distracted by what everybody else is doing, that's when you need to lean back into your intuition again, into your intuition. Let your intuition guide you. Call out for your helpers, for your magical helpers, for spirit, God, source, the divine, and go ahead and carry that to where you need to carry that, because it's going to be much faster trip when you ask for divine assistance. And pretty soon you will get done with whatever task you have been calling you to completion. Whatever task, keep saying, you need to work on me, you need to work on me. When you finally get those done, Then you can put down all those sticks and go fly around with your friends. But right now you got work to do. And if you're feeling overwhelmed, what do we do when we feel overwhelmed? We take a nap. No, we call on spirit. Well, taking a nap maybe, but we call on spirit. Okay, so that's it for tarot. I'm going to move on to Oracle. Let's see. I think I'll just stay with my trend of I'm just going to pull from all of my new decks. It's New Deck Monday. And then after that, depending on time, we'll see how many other decks we can get to. So this new deck is called Oracle of Visions. Love the artwork on it. I will say I have worked with this one a little bit. I love the artwork. I'm still on the fence about the messages in the book. So we'll see. We'll see what we get today. You're welcome, Cora. Oracle of Visions. Interesting. I was going to pull one. And this deck was like, nope, you need two. The first one, oh, that's right. These don't have names on the cards. They just have numbers. Numbers and beautiful images. And this one is 28, which reduces down to a 10. So completion. Have y'all been feeling a need to like close out a chapter of your life? I have recently. I have. And I think I almost got the page flipped. I'm ready to write the next chapter, almost. I've been seeing a lot of 10s come up, a lot of end of cycles, and a lot of the readings that I've been doing. So this is a collective shift. 28, I'm just holding this up there so you can get a good look at everything that's going on in this card before I put it down and read from the text. 28, let's see, let's find card 28. Let's see what it's called. It's got keywords: contact, reaching out, spiritual bonds, and connections. And then a quote: each contact with a human being is so rare, so precious, one should preserve it. And then let's see the message. Ooh, in this life, we are spirit and we are flesh. When we forget that we are both, we can suffer unnecessarily. Remember that first card we pulled, the Page of Cups, about getting back in touch with your spirituality? This card can indicate a need to take time for meditation and connect with one's higher self. This will in turn allow us to see the spiritual aspects of others more clearly and be able to reach out to them more easily. This is about letting your soul, your spirit, talk to someone else's soul and spirit, regardless of what they're doing in the physical world. And that was kind of like the message of the Page of Cups when they were distracted by the water and their intuition. They weren't paying so much attention to the physical world. That's one way that we can allow ourselves to try to process difficult relationships, by trying to speak heart to heart or soul to soul, regardless of what that physical shell of a person and personality is doing. Let's see. A young man stands in a contemplative mood. The mask before him indicates that he has stepped away from his usual role in life. A flame beside the mask signifies the eternity of our nature and reminds us that all we see in this earthly realm is no more than a mask. In his right hand, he holds a bell jar that contains the face of a woman. Maybe she is his spirit guide or a love from a past life. She is reaching out to him with much love and tenderness. In his left hand, your receiving hand, he holds two batons, indicating the duality of human nature. That might also indicate that he has more than enough will to move forward in his life. More talk about moving forward and willpower. The Chariot is about moving forward and willpower. And now we have this card talking about moving forward and will. Spirit guides, connecting with your higher self, allowing divinity to be part of this grand masterpiece you are forever creating. Oh, and then we have card number 4. Now that's interesting. Card number 4, and there's a mask. Let's see what that card's about. And if you look closely, one face is a young face and one face is a little older. But it looks like the same person has aged. Let's see, number 4. Perspective and points of view. There may be no right or wrong. The view is the same, but its perception is different. Fresh ideas and experience, sharing the same eyes, but a different vision. Two manifestations of the same person share a commonality, one from the fresh, eager innocence of youth, the other from the calmer, sober maturity of experience. Both grasp the same mask in unison, their destinies intertwined and ultimately inseparable. At some point, both will see the same vision. I like that for so many reasons. But this is reminding me of a conversation that's come up in another spiritual group talking about learning from your future self. What if the little voices that you hear that you think of are intuition are actually your future self whispering in your ear to tell you it's going to be okay, or to tell you to keep going, or to tell you, don't that I don't like it. Whatever your intuition is telling you, maybe that's your future self sending back messages. I kind of like playing with that idea. Anyway, that was Oracle of Visions, listening to your future self or the elders, because we keep getting that message. Who of y'all has not been talking to your grandma? I mean, somebody needs to contact somebody that they consider an elder full of wisdom who is approachable and of the light. Somebody needs to call their grandma. That's my message. My new deck of cards. Okay, those cards are not going to shuffle the normal way. These are very thick cards and they just did not like being shuffled. So this is my other new deck. This one I fucking love. Voice of the Souls Oracle. Highly recommend this. Never heard of it until I got gifted it. And this speaks as from someone who has crossed over, as if they're giving you advice. And so we will just see. I'm just going to ask if we have any collective messages from the other side that could benefit this group today. And if so, may I pull the card that applies to as many of us as possible. Okay, and so here we go. Reproach, card number 25. It's an interesting picture. Intertwined snakes. Reproach. Let's see. Are these numerical or alphabetical? Reproach, alphabetical. I'm not going to read all of it because it's 2 pages worth of text. So give me just a moment to get the main idea. Sometimes you are so critical of yourself, so hard on yourself. Sometimes you say things that aren't right and you think and feel them in your bones. You bring those things to life, believing they represent who you are and what you do. This is not so and is not right. These reproaches have no valid basis because you're an imperfect being and do your best with what you have. You have often been powerless, but this has much to teach you. I'm sending you many signs to help you understand your inner wisdom. Even if in your outer world you feel stripped of everything, you have created great inner wealth. I can sense your inner wealth. It belongs to you and is present in each of your cells. Wow. I really like this message. Maybe I am going to read the whole thing. Today, you need to be confident in this wealth, finding it deep inside you. You just need to look in a mirror and see all the light that makes up your aura. Your self-reproaches aren't valid. They are a reflection of your fears to teach you confidence in yourself. You are a unique and wonderful being. Every day, I send you signs to remind you of this. Now, this is your spirit guide. So the first part was your soul talking to you. The next part is your spirit guides talking to you. I am going to read this whole thing because then y'all can see how powerful this deck is. So your spirit guides perspective. The next 3 weeks are so important. There will be many synchronicities and the pace will be intense. We invite you to be daring and have confidence in yourself. Because you will be invited to do many things, you won't be able to concentrate on some things as much as you would like. Don't blame yourself. Indulge yourself. You won't botch these things. You have more time later. You will have more time later on to finish everything you started. In the next 3 weeks, you will create new foundations and take an important turn. You have been waiting for this turn for a long time. You have the strength you need inside you. You have been preparing for this transformation for a long time. That reminds me of that 7 of Pentacles that you planted a long time ago. You had to water and wait for it to grow into a tree, and then you had to wait for it to bloom, and then you had to wait for the blooms to turn into fruit. You've been working on this for a long time. You have all the strength you need inside you. You have been preparing for this transformation for a long time, and now you are ready. Connect to your inner strength and be compassionate. Just be yourself, confident and assured. You can do it. You can do anything. That's your spirit guide speaking to each and every one of you. The entity, this is if you have someone crossed over, this is what that individual would say to you regarding reproach. I feel your reproach and I understand it. I was also often in that energy. I often reproached others or myself for things I found it difficult to question my actions, and I asked a lot of others. I didn't always apply what I asked of others to myself. I realize this now. I realize this wasn't right for others or myself. I have learned a lot from this inner and outer reproach. I understand its meanings and what I didn't accept in myself. What I thought was unacceptable was only my dark side. When I look at it now, I'm no longer afraid of it. I embrace it, accept, and love it. Forgive me if this may have impacted you directly or indirectly. Forgive yourself too. You are perfect. Isn't that a beautiful message from the other side? I feel like somebody needed to hear that from someone they know. If you're like, oh, that sounds like what Brother Bob would have said to me. Trust me, it was. Brother Bob had a plan pulling this card for the group today. Let's see, where else do I want to go? Angel numbers, y'all want an angel number? This is not a new deck for me, but I do like going to, it's a book actually, the Angel Numbers book. 484, time. Your angels acknowledge your pain. Time doesn't necessarily heal wounds. That is the truth. I wish people would drop that phrase. Time doesn't heal wounds, but it gives you space to learn how to live with what has happened. Visualize yourself 5 years from now. Focus on your feelings, surroundings, and mental state at that time. How would you feel 5 years from now? Your feelings, surroundings, your mental state, where do you want to be 5 years from now? Can you think about that? Can you journal about it? Can you fantasize, dream about it? Because if you can, and I know you can, that's all you need to do is hold that vision of where you want to be. That's kind of like I'm seeing it visually represented to me as sending out this golden rope, golden lasso, kind of like Wonder Woman. Y'all remember what? Some of y'all are old enough to remember Wonder Woman and her golden lasso. You're swinging that magic golden lasso on your rope in your future, and now you have a cord to your future. Now you're going to get distracted because you're in the here and now. But if you can keep holding on to that cord, to that vision, to that tether, that's going to keep pulling you forward as you walk your path, no matter how lost you may feel, you still have that tether in your hand and you can always find your way back to your dreams. So if you're feeling a little lost, a little overwhelmed, a little like, I don't know why I started down this path, this looks like it's never going to go in my favor. Don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give up. I keep hearing that message. You're almost there. I'm getting completion cards, new chapter cards. You are almost there. Don't give up. Remember, you have that tether still in your hand when you roped your dreams a long time ago. It's still there. Give it a yank. Everybody yank your cord right now. See if it's still there. Whoop, it's still there. I told you it's still there. You feel it? You feel it? I'll tell you what it feels like if you don't know. I don't know what you're talking about, Valerie. I don't feel nothing. I'm sitting in my living room. What the hell is this lady talking about? Feeling that tether is anytime you remember how good it felt the first time you had that dream before you started giving yourself excuses about why you couldn't do it. Feeling that tether is when you feel back into your dreams and it feels like a good idea again. This deck is from Divine Circus. It's a deck by Alana Fairchild. If I can love her. Play your hand. Looks like a child playing some cards and some dice. Play your hand, card number 39. Let's see what that's about. For those of you that know Alana Fairchild, she has very long definitions, which I love. I don't think I'll have time to get through the whole thing, but I will try to hit you with the high points. So first I'm going to read just the italicized part, which is like the point of this card. Have you been playing your cards close to your chest? Have you been waiting for the universe to give you a sign, for life to show up, for life to show you have? Have you been waiting for the universe to give you a sign, for life to show you how to proceed? Have you been saying, what's my next step? Where do I go from here? How is life supposed to unfold? Am I on the right track? Any of those are you waiting for the universe to show you how to proceed. Sometimes we need to be patient and surrendered, but there's always a time, but there's also a time to take initiative. It's your turn to show your hand to the universe. What do you want? What can you offer? Ask, exclamation point. Express, expect. The universe is waiting for you to make your move. So all of that was in the italicized. Let's see what the actual message is. The universe is asking you, what do you want? And what are you willing to do? Go into your heart and ask for what you want. If you don't know the details, that's fine. Ask for the essence of what you want and leave the finer details up to the universe to sort out. Do you want love, abundance, peace, pleasure, passion, purpose? Yes, to all of the above. Or do you want creative freedom to discover, express, and enjoy the hidden inner treasures of your unknown talent? To feel safe and secure within that so that you can relax and live life to the full? Yes, to that too. Then give the universe notice of what you are willing to receive, and it will more than meet you halfway. Take the initiative to set something in motion with your intention, your action, your willingness to play your inspired hand in the game of life. Don't be afraid to show your cards, to be open about what you want, and to ask the universe to bring something special into your life, something that will truly move you. I love that. One moment. Something that will truly move you. Let's see, you have to turn the page. This card is a request from the universe to do what you can. To do what you can do so the universe can help you. The universe is saying, help me to help you. Ooh, how many of y'all have been begging for the universe to send you Idris Elba, and yet you still never go out your door? You never even watch his movies. You haven't even stalked him online. I bet his address is out there if I dig far enough. You have to do what you have to do so the universe can help you with the other half. Okay, take that first step. Move towards what you're asking so the universe can move towards you. Show your cards, let the dice roll. Then it has a healing trick and an affirmation. I'm gonna read you the affirmation. I am a winner in the game of life. I play my hand every day with boldness, courage, and joy. Ooh, I like that. Okay. Yay, play your hand, take inspired action. Move towards your goals, pull that tethered golden strand again, move towards what you have asked for, and the universe will meet you more than halfway. It's like when you call, oh, I don't know why, but Spirit just gave me this visual in my brain. When I was at the airport and I, what's it called? It's not Uber, Lyft. And I called a Lyft to come get me. I still had to go outside the airport and stand by the curb so that Lyft could come get me. And that's like doing your part. You scheduled the Lyft. You made sure you were where you said you were going to be when the scheduled Lyft, when it was time. And then you stepped out the door. You got ready. But that Lyft driver, the universe, is doing all the work. you get in and the universe is going to take you where you need to go. You don't have to worry about the GPS. You don't have to worry about the road conditions. You don't have to worry about the gas in the car, because that's all up to the universe. The universe is going to take you where you want to go. You got to relax, but you have to take that first step. You have to make the effort to move towards where you want to be by scheduling the ride and by standing in a place where you are ready to be picked up and taken to where you need to go by the universe. That's a really good analogy. Thank you, Spirit. I'm gonna have to remember that. I'm gonna have to remember that. Use lift. Use my spirit guides as a metaphorical lift. And I don't have to do so much. I can only do the part that I'm supposed to be here to do, and stop worrying about the navigation and the gas and the oil change. Spirit's got all of that under control. I just have to set my intentions. All right, let's see. Someone said, I feel like change is coming to my core and I feel like I'm standing at a crossroads. Yes, I will tell you the only crossroads that I think ever truly exists, even though sometimes we think we're at a crossroads of, do I do this thing or do I do that thing? And my crossroad looks like it's more than one choice. Oftentimes there's more than one choice. And we think there's more than one choice and there's more than one path, and which way do I go? But what really is asking any crossroad to me is only asking, are you going to keep doing the same thing you've been doing, or are you going to do something new? That's your only choice. Are you going to do something new? Because it doesn't matter if you've got 8 different pathways in your crossroad. You've been walking this one path and you come to this point where now all of a sudden your path is forked out in 8 different ways and you're like, oh no, I don't know which one. I don't want to make a mistake. I don't know what I want to do. Guess what? If you see 8 paths in front of you, it doesn't matter which one you take. That just shows you're a master creator. You're able to create more opportunities than just 2. It doesn't matter which path you take. It only matters that when you put your foot on it, you are convicted, you are committed, you are invested in continuing to walk that path. And once you make that choice, then the universe is like, I don't care which way, I don't care which pathway you walk down, I'm gonna get you where you need to go. I don't care which GPS we use. When you get in the back of the universe's lift, it's going to get you where you need to go. You just have to be committed. You have to stop opening the car door thinking that maybe I'll just walk. You have to stop leaning into the front seat trying to tell Spirit which way to turn next. You just have to trust and fully commit to where you're going, and Spirit will work out all the details. Okay, the next deck I'm going to is Beyond Lemuria. Look at the cat, the space cat, the portal keeper. I work with portals. I've started working with portals. So I don't know. Maybe this card has a message for me as well, but it's definitely a collective message. I feel like a lot of people need to hear this, and I don't even know what the message is yet. I'm not that familiar with this deck. All right, 50, the portal keeper. I'm going to read the keywords to you. Unique gateways to mystical experiences, psychic ability, raising your vibration, expanded consciousness, the Akashic records, past life ties, exploring the edges of reality for significant messages, seeing between the lines, and multi-dimensional awareness. I want all of that. That sounds like the perfect cosmic treat. Okay, let's see. As we become more sensitive and aware, we are more receptive to mystical experience. We can realize there are overlaying realities. Overlaying realities. I love that phrase and I totally understand it. Overlaying realities that seem just as real, if not more vibrant and profound than the familiar everyday one. There is a theory that space and time are constructs that allow our human minds to grasp sequences in chronological order and enable us to orientate and move forward through reality. In their current evolution, humans are only using a small portion of their brain capacity. If we unlock our mind's potential, what will we fathom that we can't now? There is information out there that isn't real to us until we glimpse it with our senses. There is information out there, always surrounding us in the ethers in energetic form, that isn't real to us. Can't see it, can't realize it, until we glimpse it with our senses. What's that saying? Turn inside. Let your senses guide you. Let yourself be led to something that you might have previously considered impossible or not part of this reality. Your reality is what you make it. Anything can be part of your reality. The beings of Lemuria evolved with a different kind of intelligence. They were skilled at harnessing energy from the natural and abundant forces such as crystals, the heart of the earth, and the moon. They could share complex information without words. The Lemurians operated in multiple realms at will and could disappear from human perception. That I fully believe, and I think we also have that capability. I know we do, because my friend's father told an example of walking down the street and a person disappeared right in front of them. And I have had similar situations where I'm just like, no, I just didn't see that right. And it's usually in a crowd. Like you fixate on a person in a crowd, purple shirt, red fedora. I don't know why that came to mind, whatever. And then you move away. And then no matter how many times you look for a purple shirt, red fedora, they're just gone, like gone. And you're like, I know that person didn't just disappear and do a Beyonce stage change with the outfit that fast. So I think that stuff is happening already. I'm getting off track. Anyway, I do believe in that. I do believe that everything that has been said about Lemurian civilizations and the powers they had are powers we still have that are being activated right now. Let's see. Technically, they were this is Lemurians again. The Lemurians operated in multiple realms at will and could disappear from human perception. Technically, they were in the same location, but in an overlaying reality, a parallel dimension, which could be very different. I fucking love this. Okay. Physically advanced people can sense discarnate souls, elements in nature, and spirit guides. They sense this information in energy fields. Okay, this is very long. I'm obviously not going to read this whole thing. It's very interesting to me, though. I think the main idea is that we still have these powers and that they're going to be activated. I am going to read the divinatory meaning at the very end. Gently explore the edges of your reality. Spend time in the forest to listen. Deepen your meditation practice. Dance yourself into ecstasy. Explore psychic tools and study new healing modalities. If you feel lacking in purpose or life seems a little mundane, remember there is never a reason to be bored. What we experience with our physical senses is just the tip of the iceberg. Magic exists whenever you care to find it. Look between the lines to limitless discovery. I like that. Never a reason to be bored. Try telling that to a teenager who is out of school for the summer. But it is true. If you're bored, you're not using your imagination to its fullest capacity. I think I have time for one more card, y'all. Uno mas card. Let's lighten it up a bit. No privacy in the fourth dimension. Kitty, I'm gonna have to check that out, see what you're talking about. Is that because you can just shift in and out wherever you want to be? Oh, I can't wait till I get that power. First stop, entrance is shower. Yes, Lord. I'm gonna just stand right there with the soap, asking, does he need assistance? Okay. Last card. This is just from a funny deck. I don't know who this relates to, but it's Rebel deck. And I did not pull an entirely spiritual message from it. This is just fun. Have you eaten? You're acting like a big ass baby. You need food in your belly. Eat a fucking taco. Make breakfast tacos, anyone? It's still early here. Breakfast tacos, maybe you need food in your belly. Take care of yourself, self-care. Maybe I could try to pull a spiritual message out of that one. That one was funny. I'm gonna try to pull a spiritual message out of that one. Take care of yourself. Take care of your body, your temple. Feed yourself when you're hungry. Oh, somebody just had tacos for breakfast. Stacy. That's Stacy. That was Stacy's energy that had that card jump out of that deck for us. All right, if somebody's eating a salad now, yes, that's taking care of yourself. Oh, I like that name. Raise seraphic vibes. Ooh, like the seraphim angels, I'm assuming. Seraphic vibes, I like it. Okay, that brings us almost to time. We do this every Monday. Thank you for all of you, all of the new ones who are here. I have loved seeing everyone. This has been wonderful. Now, remember, there is a reason why we listen to all of these cards and y'all sat here online for an hour. It's not because you like the sound of my voice. It's because you're supposed to take this information and use it as tools, as guidance to manifest, to create. Not take this information and figure out, okay, how am I going to deal with all of this shit in my life? Okay, I can do this and do this and do this. Yes, that's one option. But the other option is take all of that information and really focus on what do you want to create, not what do you want to fix, because that's old. You already manifested that months ago, years ago, whatever. That's old. Let's stop trying to fix it and let's decide, what are we going to create new? What are we going to create new that's going to make my life easier? So take all of this information, all of these messages, and be a magical manifester this week. Good luck to you all. Thank you all. I hope you come back next Monday. This has been lovely. We also have Wednesday morning meditation. And yeah, keep an eye on the calendar. Got some good things coming in a couple of months. We're taking it easy during the summer, but there's already an event on the calendar for August. And I know y'all gonna like that. It's the Lionsgate Portal event. Okay.